Welcome back to the podcast. Today, Jane, we're diving headfirst into something that's constantly changing, constantly surprising us, the future of the music industry. I mean, where do we even begin? It feels like every other day there's a new tech, a new platform, a new way to create or consume music.
Don, it's wild, right? It's like trying to hit a moving target, but in the best possible way. For me, the biggest conversation starter has to be AI, artificial intelligence. It's not just a buzzword anymore, it's genuinely shaking things up in every corner of music, from creation to distribution.
Absolutely. I've been seeing some incredible and frankly a little unnerving developments. You have AI generating entire tracks from a simple text prompt, or even mimicking the vocal styles of deceased artists. It raises so many questions about originality, copyright, and, well, what even is artistry anymore?
Yeah, those are heavy questions, and important ones. But on the flip side, imagine the power it gives to independent artists. An artist who maybe can't afford a full orchestra can now use AI tools to create complex arrangements. Or a solo songwriter can generate backing tracks that sound professional. It democratizes the production process in a way we've never seen.
That's a fair point, Jane. It lowers the barrier to entry significantly. But then, doesn't it also flood the market even more? How do artists stand out when literally anyone can create a song? Discoverability, which was already a huge challenge with streaming, just gets exponentially harder.
I think it pushes artists to be more authentic, ironically. If AI can do the generic stuff, then human artists have to bring something truly unique, something only they can provide. Their lived experience, their raw emotion, their signature sound. It elevates the importance of the human element, even as technology advances.
I can see that. It's like, if everyone can paint, the truly great painters become even more revered for their distinct vision. Speaking of flooding the market, let's talk about streaming for a second. It's the dominant way people consume music, but the artist compensation model, well, it's been a contentious topic for years, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The infamous fractions of a penny. While streaming has made music incredibly accessible and convenient for listeners, and it definitely helped fight piracy, the economics for most artists, especially emerging ones, are still incredibly challenging. You need millions of streams to make a living, and that's just not realistic for the vast majority.
It feels like a paradox. More music is being consumed than ever before, but fewer artists are making a comfortable living solely from recordings. It puts so much pressure on touring and merchandise, and then you throw in things like ticket scalping and the environmental impact of constant touring. It's a lot to unpack.
That's why I'm so fascinated by the rise of direct-to-fan models and Web3 technologies like NFTs and blockchain. Hear me out, Don. I know some of it sounds like hype, but at its core, it's about shifting power back to the creators and their most dedicated fans. Imagine an artist selling a limited number of shares in a new album as an NFT. Those holders then get a percentage of future royalties or exclusive access to new content.
Okay, now you're talking my language. The idea of artists having more control over their intellectual property and directly benefiting from their work, rather than relying on intermediaries, is very appealing. But practically, how do you make that accessible for the average listener who just wants to listen to a song, not navigate crypto wallets and smart contracts?
That's the hurdle for sure. User experience needs to become incredibly seamless, almost invisible. But think about it from a fan perspective. If you genuinely love an artist, wouldn't you want to directly support them and maybe even own a piece of their journey, beyond just buying a t-shirt? It creates a deeper connection, a sense of belonging to a community.
That community aspect is huge, I agree. Superfans are the lifeblood of any artist. We've seen it with Patreon, Bandcamp, and even just really active fan forums back in the day. It's about nurturing that core group. Web3 just takes that to another level of ownership and engagement. It's a really interesting evolution of the fan club concept.
Exactly, and it's not just about financial ownership. It's about building microeconomies around artists. Imagine virtual concerts in the metaverse where you can interact with the artist and other fans, buy exclusive digital merch, or even collaborate on a song using AI tools. The possibilities for immersive experiences are mind-boggling.
The metaverse is another one of those terms that some people roll their eyes at, but I do think there's genuine potential there for live music, especially for artists who can't tour extensively or for fans in remote areas. It could create a global stage that's accessible to everyone.
It definitely complements physical touring, not replaces it. Nothing beats the energy of a live show, but virtual experiences can bridge gaps, offer unique interactions, and open up new revenue streams. Think about how Fortnite hosted Travis Scott and Ariana Grande concerts. Millions of concurrent viewers, reaching people who might never go to a physical concert.
That's a powerful example. It's clear that the future isn't just about how music is made or consumed, but how artists connect with their audience and build sustainable careers. The old models are clearly strained, and these new technologies, despite their growing pains, offer promising alternatives.
Totally, and I think it forces artists to be more entrepreneurial. They're not just musicians, they're brand managers, community builders, content creators. It's a lot more work, but it also means more control and a bigger slice of the pie if they play their cards right.
It sounds like a double-edged sword though. On one hand, incredible freedom and opportunity. On the other, immense pressure and the need to constantly learn new skills. Not every artist wants to be a marketing guru or a blockchain expert.
True. And that's where the ecosystem around artists needs to evolve too. We'll see new types of managers, new agencies, and platforms that simplify these complex technologies so artists can focus on their craft. Think about it like a digital roadie, handling the tech so the artist can perform.
I like that analogy, digital roadie. That's a good way to put it. So looking ahead, what's one thing you're most excited about, and one thing that still keeps you up at night, when you think about the future of music?
Okay, most excited? The sheer explosion of creativity. With AI tools, easier distribution, and direct fan engagement, we're going to hear music we've never imagined. Genres will blur, new sounds will emerge, and truly diverse voices from all over the world will get heard without gatekeepers. That just thrills me.
That's a beautiful thought.
What keeps me up at night? The ethical considerations around AI. Who owns an AI-generated song? If an AI mimics a human artist, what are the legal and moral implications? And how do we ensure that these powerful tools are used responsibly and don't just consolidate power in new, unforeseen ways? That's a huge challenge we're just beginning to grapple with.
Those are absolutely crucial questions. For me, I'm most excited about the potential for artists to truly connect with their fans on a deeper, more equitable level, cutting out some of the traditional middlemen that have often exploited talent. The idea of true artist empowerment is incredibly inspiring.
What worries me is the risk of an even greater divide. The creator economy sounds great, but it can also lead to a hyper-competitive environment where only a tiny fraction of artists truly succeed, and everyone else is just throwing content into the void. It might make the middle class of musicians even smaller, while the superstars get even bigger, powered by all this new tech.
That's a very real concern. We've seen that pattern before, haven't we? It's about designing these new systems with fairness and sustainability for all artists in mind, not just the ones at the very top. It's a conversation that needs to happen constantly, with artists at the table.
Precisely. The future of music isn't just about algorithms and blockchain, it's fundamentally about people. The artists who pour their souls into their craft, and the fans who find meaning and joy in their sound. We need to ensure that technology serves them, not the other way around.
Couldn't agree more, Don. It's an exciting, complex, and sometimes daunting road ahead, but I'm optimistic that the human spirit of music will always find a way to thrive, no matter how many technological waves crash on its shores.
Hear. A fantastic discussion as always, Jane. Thanks to everyone listening for tuning in. We've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully we've given you some food for thought about where our beloved music world is heading. Keep exploring, keep listening, and keep supporting the artists you love.
Absolutely. And let's all stay curious about the innovations shaping our sonic landscape. Until next time, keep those headphones on.